Morning, people. Very interesting one this morning. Not because they've opened yet another luggage storage centre, but because remarkably there's a story in the national media this morning about the horses, guys. Which horses? You know which horses. And it's quite a dramatic story. What's happened this morning on Buckingham Palace Road, which currently is now closed, is a minor rebellion. Would you believe? An actual horsey rebellion. What do I mean by that? Well, here's the story, guys. I'm sure if that is clear. 5 injured as escaped household cavalry horses bolt through London in 6-mile rampage. Troopers thrown near the Clermont Hotel in Victoria. Clermont Hotel's on Buckingham Palace Road, just around the corner from the palace, as one would expect. So we've now got a bride. Look at this. We've actually got a lovely bride this morning. Not that you believe it, unless we're here to capture it for all of you. Look at this. How lovely. I'm not sure if the groom divorced already or whether he decided he's camera shy. We'll find out in a minute. I'll ask the photographer. The Sicilian people get out of the way. Where's the groom? Where's the husband? Oh, getting ready. Wait, sorry. Careful. Idiots walking behind me without even looking where they're going. That's my function. Okay, so we spotted the. He's a bit shy. I don't know if it's actually hold on, there's chemistry. I mean, maybe it's a real thing.
Okay, and then look at there. Okay, good.
Beautiful bride, either way.
Okay.
Is it a wedding shoot or they're actually married?
No, this is pre-wedding shoot.
Oh, it's really? Okay, wow.
오케이. 수현님 그렇게 찍으셔도 돼요. 좋아요. 오케이. 수현님 시선 옆에 한 번 더 보고. 오케이. 수현님
It's a pre-wedding shoot, so they are an actual groom and bride-to-be with a photographer. The rest of the tourists seem happy to wait, which is rather nice. Anyway, the reason we're here, folks, this morning is not remarkable and lovely as this is, and there's always something wonderful to look at in central London. But yeah, this story about the horses, they're still out there, folks, running around somewhere. If I see any place on Whitehall, I'm going to ask them if they have eyes on the horses, whether they've been rounded up yet. So 5 people injured and a group of HCAV horses. I have no idea which horses, guys. I'm obviously hoping that Ormond and some of our other favourites are not included in the group of escaped horses. I guess we'll find out shortly. Well, I'll try and find out. Beautiful couple, actually. They make a lovely couple.
Okay, 2층 버스 나오게 찍었다. Look at each other. Look at each other. And then look at me. Okay. And then holding hands. 자, 하나, 둘, 셋 하면 저한테 걸어오실게요.
I mean, they're doing really well considering there's a massive crowd of people standing here, not only watching but also waiting for their turn. Great job, guys. Congratulations. They're so cute. Super cute. Okay, so around we go, folks. We've got police vans and police cars coming across Westminster Bridge. Have they spotted the HCAV horses? They've got, according to the media, almost as far as the City of London. Okay, there are pictures in the Telegraph, Daily Mail of those horses galloping around Aldwych toward the City of London. You wouldn't believe it, would you? You actually would not believe it. It's so utterly extraordinary. However, what matters, of course, is that the trooper's fine and the horses. However, it looks like the trooper's badly thrown. The defining image of this, and this will be one of those sort of massive globally sold images by whichever photographer took it, is of a blood-stained grey, covered in blood. Not sure if it's her blood or the trooper's blood. I think it's because one of the horses ran into a bus and cut itself. But blood streaming down that grey all over the place. If you're squeamish, guys, do not search for the story, okay? It's all over the British press and the pictures are well, for you horsey folk, let's just say they're moderately alarming at best. Okay, so avoid the pictures if you can, guys. It's extreme stuff. To the best of my knowledge, thus far, I dare say some will appear, there hasn't been any videos footage of this. It's curious because they got some brilliant professional pictures. So if the photographer was there, I'm guessing he probably decided, you know what, let's grab the stills. We've got a regimental change this morning as well. We get to horseguards to see if anything out of the ordinary is happening there, and also, depending on which officers are on duty, potentially try and get a bit of an update or some info about what's happened to those rampaging horses. We were joking in our little WhatsApp chat group that the horses are probably headed toward the city of London because they can then make a break for the open countryside and Dover. Now, if they make it to Dover, then theoretically they could get into the Channel Tunnel and claim asylum in France. I think that's what happened. I think there was a bit of a late night discussion. I think they've been secretly planning this for possibly months, and they decided, you know what, if Steve McQueen did it, we can do it too. And that's their cunning plan. They're going to try to get to France and claim asylum. Yep, they're going to say, to be honest, we've come to France to claim asylum because so many French people come along and rather than touch us and upset us and provoke us there. I'm joking, Frenchies, but yeah, horses are definitely going to head for France. I mean, I can kind of understand it. I'll be heading to myself back to France relatively soon. Okay, no visible sign of officers on the street. However, you saw the van fall back there, and it's very, very chilly this morning. It's sub 10 degrees. I did shoot an interesting video yesterday, guys. Somebody was arrested right outside horseguards, dragged out of his car by the police. And that video is still processing. There were copyright problems. So I'm having to manually mute or trim minor sections first, which is incredibly annoying, but it is what it is. It'll be up hopefully today or tomorrow. But it was a little bit of trouble, a little bit of pushing and shoving, nothing major. They were not mass arrests. It wasn't the riots that certain newspapers were making it out to be. Not even close. And you folks will see that in my footage. Right, approaching horseguards. I didn't even know if there'd be a kingsguard. I didn't know what is going on this morning with these missing horses. I don't even know if they're blues horses or lifeguard horses or a mix. It's highly, highly likely they'll do one or the other. I'm pretty sure, I'm sort of certain, that they don't mix them up when they're doing the morning ride. So, my money will be on lifeguard horses. Hopefully we'll get some clarification at some point, if not from the national media, then from somewhere, because that's a big story. That story is going to go global. So a lot of you folks waking up around the world, if you haven't already been made aware of it, you'll certainly know about it when you wake up and open your newspapers. If not, just search for escaped household cavalry horses in London, and you'll get the full story. Okay, a couple of officers here, but not the ones that I recognise. We've got massive, majestic Monty in front of us, which is, to be honest, the perfect relaxed site to arrive to here at Horseguards of a morning, isn't it? Yeah. Not sure about the other one yet. I'll have a look. 1 second. Hey, morning. Did you see the story? Did you see the story in the group?
Which group?
Okay, so this morning, 5 of the horses escaped.
Really?
And ran through central London. One of the riders was thrown. Horses escaped, ran. They got super far. They're a bit further along here.
They gave up then?
They still haven't caught them. So they've been running around in central London for a couple of hours. One of them, the grey, is completely covered in blood. They ran into a bus.
But did you go as well in the Knightsbridge yesterday?
No, I wasn't in Knightsbridge yesterday. I was here with Buskill while there was a whole bunch of stuff going on there. It was crazy yesterday.
Did you get carburetor?
I did, but it's kind of I'm reprocessing it after cutting the audio and stuff, so it might take a day or two. But yeah, it's coming. It was interesting yesterday.
Yeah,
somebody was dragged out of their car right here and handcuffed and arrested and taken.
One of the horses as well, they used for just to move the people, no?
Yep, briefly at the beginning, but there were loads of new police horses that we haven't seen before. They brought them up from South London, so
Some of the video out.
it was crazy day yesterday, I tell you. Okay, folks, so which other horse have we got? Yeah, the video of St George's Day also features a lot of really spectacular police horses that, folks, we've never seen before. The reason we've never seen them before is that they're not based at Great Scotland Yard. They were drafted in as backup reinforcements, whatever you want to call it, from Lewisham, and we have some conversations with the officers. You might already know this because I don't know which order the videos will be published in yet. Strictly speaking, I prefer to publish the St George's Day video before this one. However, as this one's something of a breaking story, I'm a little bit on the fence. I'm going to wait and see what happens. Two new officers. I've seen them before, but I don't know those two officers very well that are here. I'll wait and see what happens when the other officers come out and the changeover process begins, because that way I might, if I know of any of them well, be able to ask what on earth is going on with the HCAV horse story. I'll possibly try and refresh the story on my phone a little bit later to see if they've actually caught the horses. I mean, strategically, that's going to be an absolute nightmare. It certainly explains why there was so much traffic. Going, for example, from between Knightsbridge, Hyde Park Corner, going anywhere near the centre or toward the Palace, Piccadilly, all of it, complete and utter disaster this morning. Massive queues of traffic. And I think that's primarily because they did close Buckingham Palace Road, and that is a serious artery in the morning. Hugely important artery for traffic in central London. So without that being open and accessible, that really mucks up a hell of a lot. Reasonable number of people here. Most of whom probably have no idea what just happened. I only found out about it because I briefly opened the press reader app when I left home this morning. I don't try and get distracted by the news first thing in the day, because if it's something that is concerning or something that might have a controversial political slant, I don't like to, I mean, I sometimes do, I don't like to rant about it in my videos. But yesterday, to see that many new police horses, most of whom are named, by the way, in the videos, by the officers themselves, which was very kind of them. So massive thanks to mounted police from Lewisham in South London who were here yesterday and were very gracious with their time. Very gracious, actually. It was much appreciated. So the other one at this end, I don't know. But there's potentially one way to find out. Well, is it? Actually, wait. Ooh. I actually genuinely don't know. Let's see. We will try and find out. Hey, morning. Oh, good idea if I actually turn the camera away from myself and toward the horse, wouldn't it? Smart thinking there, John. Well done. Right, we should get some horses leaving shortly. It would also be a good idea to turn the camera into photo mode from video mode. Maybe I'll actually eventually end up getting a picture then. Right, let's have a look. So, this is the last rounds by the Blues and Royals gatesman this morning before he finishes at 11 o'clock and is off. Done. I'm sure he'll be delighted about getting back to Hyde Park Barracks. I'm sure the troopers here, if they don't know about the story yet, will be very surprised and obviously worried about potentially, their favourite horse being one that was involved in the Great Escape, and as I mentioned, at least one of the horses was pretty badly injured, as the images very graphically show. Right, meanwhile, the picture I just took, let's see if we can pick it up. Reasonably clear. Let's have a look. I'm sure word would have spread among the troopers already. The horse behind us, folks, is a new one. Now, I honestly didn't even know this name was on the list, so it's got to be new. I'm going to call it, unless my mind really is a sieve, as being the horse's first appearance ever in these videos. And that beauty, who I'll capture a little bit more thoroughly in a second. Here we are. very, very majestic looking H-Cav horse. No socks at all, no marks, no striations on the neck, nothing on the face even. I'm just trying to see if there's any markings under the forelock. No, a very, very graceful, beautiful looking horse actually, and it's not Q10 folks. Oh, he's agreeing, look. I say he's beautiful, he's agreeing. He's like, yes, I am, I'm very beautiful. And this horse, everybody, drum roll, is Wickham. How's about that? Yep, the one and only Wickham. I'm going to focus on him actually for the next 5 to 10 minutes until we hear some movement, because this is a first time, this is a debut for this absolutely magnificent horse. Look, every time I say something polite and complimentary, he's like, yes. Oh.
No.
Oh, wait.
Horse may kick or bite.
That's what we're hoping.
Oh, of course.
Bro. MC Solar in the house, guys. Oh, so the tourist behind is saying poor horse, poor guard. No, you're wrong. Why not poor guard? Because he's full-time employed at a household cavalry mounted regiment. So he's a long way from being poor. Horse, nope. Why? One of the most pampered, glorious equine specimens on earth. Look at the condition of this horse, guys. Now it's another one. Look, see, look. Every time I say something nice, he agrees. Where have they been hiding Wickham? This is the central question here. Where has this magnificent, massive, glorious, slender, look, is there, come on, carry on with the compliments. Chap, I'm going to compliment you for as long as I'm standing here, if that's okay with you. Yeah? You sure? Okay, good. Yes, this magnificent horse. And he is a beauty, guys. I'm sure you'd agree. Looks pretty chill as well. Look. Yes, I am. He's agreeing with me. Right, so I'm going to listen and potentially even observe, depending on which way they go, the Frenchy group. That said, the teachers are pretty on it. So, teacher's looking back. I didn't even say anything. Teacher, like, why? I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything. It's good that the girl behind me shut him down massively, just as he was about to start being silly with his little gang signs. This is not, guys, Banlieue 13, Volume 3. This is Horse Guards on Whitehall in central London. Any moment we should get a little bit of movement in the yard.
Sorry.
It's okay. Fingers crossed. Oh, there's some movement in the yard. It is. Soldier. Okay, police are starting to fan out a little bit. 1 second, let me ask them. Just in case they've heard anything, folks. I don't expect they will have done. Hey, morning, guys. Do you hear anything about the horses that ran off? Did they catch them yet?
Yeah, they're in.
They got them all?
Yeah, I don't know anything more than that.
Wow. Thank God for that, mate. Okay, so the officer said that they've caught them all now. Somebody's actually in the process of hijacking some equipment from horse guards. I'm not sure quite why they're not being arrested, but I don't know. Maybe it's a military operation under cover of a public theft. I have no clue. But they've caught them. They have caught those beasts. I would love, and I will have a look when I get home, to know whether or not they'd actually sort of lassoed them. Did they call in a Texas cowboy who just landed, arrived at Heathrow, checked into the Clermont, and he came running out on the street, said to the police officers, "Howdy, let me capture those stallions for you." He would have thought they were stallions. I mean, they're not stallions, as we know, but you see where I'm going with this. I wonder how they actually caught them. If horses are rampaging, like running wild along a street where there are people and shops and cars and all sorts of obvious dangers, how would they go about capturing them? Like, would the troopers try and run alongside and grab them? I mean, just how, folks? The question is, explain it to me. If a horse loses it, runs off, complete mind of its own situation, in an urban environment, how does that recovery operation begin? To me, it's kind of mind-boggling that it even happened, but it will be extraordinary, and I'm sure there will be footage that will emerge at some point today. Because if it happened in the last, say, 30 minutes that they captured the horses, this is prime time for people to be heading to work. This is the peak of the commute period. So So there's a very, 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 very good chance that, that being the case, that somebody filmed it. Bro. Oh, good lord, utterly extraordinary. Okay, so waiting for the first of the Blues and Royals to ride out. Once they go, folks, to the parade ground at the back, I will likely go through the tunnel and see which police officers we have bringing over the lifeguards. Now, today being Wednesday, it's going to be interesting because we're going to have the lifeguards here for 2 days, folks, 40-hour shift. They'll head back to Hyde Park Barracks on Friday morning. That means we've got a Blues and Royals weekend coming up, which, not that I'm biased, of course, promises to be, at the very least, an interesting weekend. So everyone's waiting. I'm glad I got to the end here, to the tunnel spot, because it's pretty busy. It's a healthy crowd, actually, considering how early it is. In fact, there's nothing's actually happened yet. Let's see how close we are, time-wise. 1 second. We are at 52. I would certainly think they'd be coming out before the hour. I might even go into the tunnel and film them going through the tunnel. I can't decide. It's a bit like But Wickham, eh? What an absolute wonder horse. Actually, wait, let me refresh the news story, guys, while I'm waiting here, because it might say where they were caught, or even how they were caught, if we're really lucky. No, it's still the same. Still the same headline. 5 injured as escaped horses go on a 6-mile. Of course, it's slightly sensational. Rampage. They call it a rampage. I mean, there were some damaged vehicles. The bus had its windscreen smashed. Apparently, one member of the public was injured, only very slightly. The main injury was the trooper who was thrown. They put a cordon around, those sort of those ambulance-like cordons that they put around people when they have an accident in public. That's to obviously protect the trooper and to be able to treat him. But there would definitely be something major on the headlines if anything bad happened to the trooper. So Godspeed to the trooper. Let's hope that he's fine, that everything settles down, and that he will be back on duty before we know it. If I do find out which regiment, folks, the trooper was in, or more details, I'll update either in this video or indeed in the next one. Beautiful day though. I mean, it's promising to be a really, really lovely day. Look at the sky, look. It's chilly, but it's beautiful and bright and sunny. I hope it's going to stay like that. A real nice line along here today, actually. Right, the gates are about to open, I'm sure. Finally. Where are the horses? They're probably thinking, God, let's not let them out now in case they decide to copy their friends. Spectacular. My favourite sight on a glorious, bright, sunny morning. And the Lance Corporal of horse at the rear. The noise, guys, the clip clop on the ground. Glorious, eh? Absolutely glorious. Clip clop, clip clop. Hey, morning. They found the horses. You know if they found the horses yet? All rounded up. Yeah. No one was hurt in the end. It was all. Hopefully not.
I know stuff that I can't.
No, completely understand. Main thing is they got the horses. Okay, interesting. Officer's being tight-lipped, rightly so. He's a professional man, and I respect that. But yeah. Oh, hold on. Here we go. That one's off. News is just broken that it's escape time. Good lord. We'll get more info about this story, guys. It is an ongoing story. I'm fascinated with equestrians to know how they would not only have stopped the horses if they're on a rampage, unless they kind of run out of energy and naturally slow down themselves, or if it were not that, how they actually physically managed to load them onto the carrier when they're in that kind of a, what's the word I'm looking for? That kind of a state of mind, that sort of wild, let's get the hell out of here state of mind. Very, 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 very busy. Beautifully busy, actually. Now, I have no idea if what happened this morning will affect timings. Might not. Just going to head around a little bit. Let's see if we can spot any clowns, folks. Especially twin clowns in the crowd. Rosie seems to be exceedingly happy. Optimistic tourists. And sadly, no Chelsea pensioners today. That's real unfortunate, actually. And we wait, just like all of the tourists, 2 to 3 minutes apparently, until they should be here. So momentarily we should see them arriving. Actually, there's the forward vehicle. I can spot it. It's really, really far. Wait, look. Yeah, my eyesight is that good, guys. I just saw it poking through the trees. That's a forward police vehicle, so that means the troopers are very, very, very close. I know some of you will ask, even though I've mentioned it many times in previous videos, what's this and what's going on? Okay, so the blue seating, which has just actually been finished, if not yesterday, the day before, they've just completely finished it, finally, both sides. This is Troop in the Colour, military season, and that's in June. Yes, it's a little bit early, but this is a very, very, very high security part of central London. And probably from roughly 2 or 3 weeks before that begins, we will see every morning when I'm out, if it were the same as last year, teams of police with sniffer dogs. So handlers with their dogs checking every single area of this, every seat, every nook, every cranny, for, you know what, I won't mention it, but you know what they'll be searching for. So yeah, this is why people were asking, actually, many people asked me this, why do they start building this so early if it's not going to be needed? It's out in the cold, in the wet, if it pours with rain, the seats are going to get dirty, blah, blah, and all of that's true, yes, but they do it early, so there's plenty of time to keep checking it constantly, to make sure that no one has done the dirty. Now, I'm just looking, in fact, noticing that massive tourist corridor, which has naturally occurred, almost like a weather pattern, respectful corridor. What I'm going to do is go right to the end of it, like a good boy. I'm not going to dream of pushing in. I'm going right to the end of it. Is it a long guard today? Nope, it's not, sadly. However, we're going to get some glorious police horses. They're just turning now. That's the forward vehicle that I referred to earlier. Bingo. And the lifeguards just behind. And no, folks, that group of lifeguards is not going to include any recaptured horses. It'll be so unfortunate if one or two of those horses happen to be horses that we have that we know well, that we've seen many times. That we've seen at Horse Guards. That would be very, very unfortunate. Oh, look at you starring in today's video. You and your dashing good looks in today's video.
Thank you very much.
Do you hear the story this morning?
What's that?
Oh, you didn't hear about the escaped horses?
Oh no.
Oh, okay. So on Buckingham Palace Road this morning, when they were being exercised, 5 made a run for it.
Oh my God.
One of the troopers was thrown,
Yeah?
and the horses ran all the way from Buckingham Palace toward the Strand.
Good Lord.
Daily Mail press photographer got them going around Aldwych, heading toward the city. Yep.
Oh
But, and this is the extraordinary thing, one of them in the image is absolutely drenched in blood. Remarkably, it was the grey that's covered in blood. I don't know if that's the trooper's blood or one of the horse's blood, but yeah, one of the troopers was badly hurt this morning. Yeah, there's Telegraph, Daily Mail all over the place. But the police said they did get them. They got the 5 horses, so that's got to be a good development, right, guys? Oh, okay. So everybody thought they were in the right place, sorry, but they're not. Anyway, here come our lovely, magnificent lifeguards. And I'm respectfully very far back, guys. Let's hope none of these horses try and make a break for it. It's a beautiful morning. I absolutely love filming this when it's sunny and bright, because this whole area is just, yeah, it really is in a world of its own, folks. Uniquely beautiful. It's almost Parisian, folks, in its elegance and beauty, this part of London, the Royal District. I mean, look at it. Anyone know what the red flag is, in fact, that's flying? I can't quite see it, probably because I can't pick up the colours entirely, but it's a red flag. Anyone know that flag? It's on the Ministry of Defence. Okay, so here is our tourist line. Now the question is, what do we do about it? Well, the best thing to do... Oh, the horses are having a little bit of a dance show this morning. They're not settling down as quick as they usually do. See... Oh, trooper's been thrown. Oh, good lord. Good heavens, what is going on with the horses today? Look at that horse going back over without the trooper. Look at this. Oh, good lord. Let's hope he's okay. Trooper's been thrown, folks. That's enough of... we don't need that to include that. Police are coming out to check on the trooper. Good heavens. Trooper's out cold. Yeah, I'm not putting the camera back over. He's hopefully going to be right. There's... Oh, good heavens. Look at this. Trooper's running out to try and get the other horse. What is going on? What is going on? Okay, police have just let the superiors know the horse has been secured. It's a Lance Corporal of Horse in his camos, lifeguard Lance Corporal of Horse that I recognise there. The trooper is being seen to, folks, over there. He'll be fine. Best medical care, obviously the police are there. His fellow colleagues are also there. Goodness me, what on earth? This shows just how dangerous this job is if these guys are not, and girls are not, highly trained. Massive respect to them for how highly trained they are. Good heavens. It's so serious, folks. It's the first time I've ever seen a mounted officer dismount. Moving everybody out of the way. Look at this. Here's his horse. Medic has just arrived. Police medic. Let's hope the trooper's going to be okay, everybody. Yeah, massive, beautiful police horse here, minus rider. Good heavens. Good heavens. Extraordinary. Respectfully, I'm not going to zoom in, folks. You can see what's happening here. I don't need to be any closer, and we certainly do not need to show the trooper any sign of distress. If he gets to his feet, I will immediately move the camera away. At the moment, he's being treated, so I'm guessing it's probably reasonably serious to have this many staff out straight away. God, I wasn't actually right at the front, guys, because if he'd been thrown in the video, I would not have published today's video. At least we didn't actually get the trooper being thrown. That's a massive no. Let's see how many people are out here without actually watching it and filming it. So this, including the trooper being thrown, is going to be all over the media globally, I would think, probably after this. Okay, officer coming back to mount up onto his horse. Couldn't quite hear what the officer said.
Can you just go around the back there and just try and gently move people back? What you don't want to do is kick and grab because then get the reaction from the side.
That's extraordinary this morning, really.
It would help if everyone just moves back a little bit for me, guys, okay? Thank you.
Round of applause for the trooper, folks, who's back on his feet. An absolute trooper. There he is. Well done, well done. This is what they were worried about. This is what the police were worried about. All of the other horses having a meltdown. We've seen this so many times here, so many times. Well done, that trooper. I'm 99% certain, without mentioning names, that that's a very, very famous trooper who was in the Elizabeth Cup video. Thank goodness he's okay after that. Quite extraordinary. Wow, let's get ourselves right out of here now, folks, and go back toward the yard. That was utterly incredible. Good heavens. Shocking, really shocking. Thank goodness he's alright though. Main thing is he's on his feet walking back through the tunnel. They say he's in a state of shock, but thank goodness he's not seriously physically injured. Or so it would appear, otherwise they would have stretchered him through the tunnel. Police are pushing the crowd way, way back to make a massive space for the horses, because these horses are just not settling this morning. What could it be, folks? Like, why would we have this after we had that earlier with the escaped horses? Absolutely extraordinary. Lifeguards are just approaching the tunnel now, which is where we're heading. I saw the trooper being ejected by the horse into the air, but thankfully, everybody, it wasn't on camera. Oh wow! Oh good lord! What's going on this morning? It's just.
It's all fine, it's all fine.
The trooper lucked. Thank God he got to his feet and he was okay. That was an extraordinary thing to see. Yeah. Thank goodness. Apparently the 5 horses have also been recaptured.
Yeah, everything is fine and safe.
You guys, absolute quintessential pros. Thank you. Lovely officer there. HCAV officer. As you said, everything's fine. Everything's good. Whoa. Oh wow. That was, I've never seen that.
But do you think it's allowed to post that one?
All of them had a meltdown. He was really thrown into the air. Everyone was like, wow. But then everyone started clapping when they got him up.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to look at it before anything gets posted, but probably not.
I'll double check with them.
Oh yeah, I will. Right, folks. So got the. Oh wait, hold on a second. The Blues and Royals are returning. What's going on? Wait, hold on. They just left. Okay, now I'm like majorly confused. massive horse log, i.e. a backlog of horses. I think they're probably doing it out of safety to keep everybody as far back from all of the horses as possible, because clearly something's up this morning. So now they're all in there, the lifeguards and the Blues and Royals, folks. Two regiments in the stables at the same time. Okay, they're insisting that the yard is completely... I'm not sure if they're actually going to seal the yard, but for the moment they're not letting anybody go anywhere. What is going on this morning? Okay, they're bringing the horse straight off. It would not surprise me at all if there's been some intel about there being a problem. I hope I'm wrong, but... let's hope that the two new boxmen, two lifeguard boxmen come out shortly. Notice we're not even going for a dismount, it's straight back in very, very, very quickly. Something's up. Something is definitely up. Wow. Okay, so no dismount. Doesn't necessarily mean that we're not going to have a new lifeguard boxman coming out. The gatesman, the Blues and Royals gatesman, has headed to the tunnel. He is in the tunnel, which would lead one to believe that they're going to proceed with the guard change. This guy just casually strolled through the box into the yard. There's got to be some in the water, folks. I mean, this is just... we haven't seen anything like this since New Year's Day, when everything was absolutely haywire.
I've just been telling some Australian visitors they came here the right morning. Absolutely unprecedented.
I mean,
isn't it?
the most remarkable thing at the back was a round of applause when they got him to his feet.
Yeah.
Even the officer,
yeah.
even the police officer on his horse jumped off and ran over. I've never seen anything like it.
There was a young woman standing right next to him as he straightened himself up in the tunnel.
Yeah.
And I told her to get that online. She got an exclusive there.
Brilliant. Yep. If the troopers find everything's well, then massive respect. That must have really shaken him up. He got. Do you see how high he was? Were you at the back or near? He was. Were you in the yard barrier at the back? Did you actually see him get thrown?
I was just walking up the side when they all kicked.
Yeah, he went pretty high in the air. To be
No,
honest.
so I was opposite him in the tunnel when he walked through, and I could see he was walking all right. But
I'm pretty sure it's one of the guys that was in the Elizabeth Cup video. I'm 99% certain it is. Yeah.
they're bringing everybody in now.
They are actually.
Yeah.
That's it, folks. They are relieving. The guards are not, for the moment, replacing them. I have no idea if they're going to close horse guards completely. Let's see. The two Blues and Royals, Gatesman trips have been relieved, but there were no replacements, no lifeguard replacements. Okay, they're doing the horses first. This is the reason. Oh, sorry, Barry, you're right.
Yeah.
Thank goodness they're...
Check the white line, please.
Right. Please marshal everybody really back, sticking to protocol this morning. Simply because of the numbers, though. I mean, the box is slightly obscured, shall we say. Look at this. Well done, trooper. Brilliant stuff. Okay, so they're not completely removing the foot guard, they're doing the horses first. Unusual, it's normally the other way. professionals, these guys, eh? Okay, thumbs up from the officers to their colleagues at the tunnel. Which means that next, logically, we would have a new gatesman and chitsman, let's say. Okay, so it's definitely not some kind of security or other alert that led them to take all of the horses off from both regiments. I think they probably just decided if we remove all the horses, leave them all in the stable area, give them a little while to calm down and then try again. The only issue with that is that it's going to be very hard to focus on what's happening at the front if there's so much movement here in the yard. And I'll see how it goes, people. So in the morning I was expecting, I thought it would be very chill after yesterday's chaos. You'll see what I mean by yesterday's chaos when that video's up. The horses at the back, the blues horses just came off, are just going crazy. I'm not sure if we can quite see it. Troopers removed the helmet and handed it to a colleague. So the police are keeping an eye on what's going on as well. I'd love to sort of do my usual thing, folks, and dash forward toward the tunnel, but I don't want to risk getting shouted at. There's just so many people here this morning. It's super jammed all the way around, and the police obviously, what's the phrase I'm looking for? On very high alert. I have no idea what this loop is doing at the front gate. And there's all the police have moved inside. There's no police at the front at all, or at the front gate.
Alors, les lifeguards ont des tuniques rouges et des casques à plumes bleues.
Well, it seems they're going to bring out a new gatesman and chitsman.
Tunique bleue et casque à
Otherwise,
plumes bleues.
the yard would have been unsealed already.
Parce que c'est différent
behind
des
us.
équipes de la garde. Ouais, c'est ça.
I don't think they are going to bring them out there. The police are also wondering what's going on. People are now starting to move. I'm going to get off the line. They haven't insisted that everybody stay back. Everyone's starting to move. Let's get ourselves to the front, guys, before the deluge of people. It absolutely wouldn't hurt to have a bit of time just focusing on the horses. Okay, folks. No faces is all that I've been told. Yeah, no faces. Other than that, it's fine. Yeah, he was fine. Again, no. I don't think anybody actually filmed the moment he was thrown off the horse, so that footage will hopefully never get out there. Yeah, I think there's no problem with that at all.
Things happen on the back. Nah.
The back was a tricky one because he was thrown. I saw him go in the air, but lucky the camera wasn't filming it.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Because this one is good. Because I didn't catch anything on the back.
That is going to be all over the place, I know, because there were thousands of tourists. All were filming it. They were up really close as well. So not good, really. But
This guy's not really moving, so go to the left side.
wow. Just enjoy some relative calm, folks. Not quite peace and quiet. I don't think we're going to get any of that this morning, but... Oh. Let's have a look and see if we can ID the horse. No chance, the number is completely sunk into the hoof. Just make out the top of a 4. This horse is going to be reissued sometime soon. The number's sunk right down the... I think somebody mentioned yesterday, is it called a toe clip? That little bit, the metal piece that goes up. Look, if I sort of try and zoom into the hooves, which I'd never do, as you know, folks, but you can see that there's no number. The number is obscured by the toe clip. Good to see so many people though that are still happily here instead of getting freaked out by everything that happened and have run away to Buckingham Palace. Problem is, with this many people blocking the entrances, all of the gates are blocked. Central gates are open this morning. There's no chance of we'd be able to rush straight into the yard and get the Blues leaving again. You see that they brought them all back in, even if the Blues came back in. Everybody left. So both regiments are in the stable. Very strange, very strange. I don't know, I just basically just go, right, that's it, everybody just move, get back. The guy, the police officer on the horse, jumped off with his horse and ran over. Okay, happy tourists. Yeah, they were going past the Clermont Hotel on Buckingham Palace Road. One of them threw the rider. I don't know if it was the trooper or one of the horses, but the picture in the Daily Mail, the horse is covered in blood. Absolutely covered. So I don't know what's going on this morning. It's a very weird coincidence that after 5 freak out, then we have this at the back. That can't be normal.
Sandra. So you want your picture? Do you want to get a picture? Yeah. All right, when we're down there.
There's no queuing. Basically, everybody just goes up when they spot the opportunity.
Maybe over this side.
As you wish.
Okay, Sandra. Good. A step closer. Okay. Okay.
I forgot you can't talk to them.
They do sometimes answer questions. Very rarely. When it's quiet first thing, they will answer tourist questions.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but rarely.
He didn't even look at me.
You got a good picture, I promise. My pleasure. Enjoy. Okay, luckily the gate is starting to go a little bit, folks. I do see the Blues emerging. I will re-emerge in the yard as well. Actually, I don't know what time it is, how late they're running because of all of this. Okay, 11:26. They're actually spot on time, remarkably. I'll have a look at the other horse in a moment. Is it doing that beeping thing?
Yeah.
You see on the back of mine, this little screw in there,
Oh.
I put it in there so that the thing can never move down ever again, and that stops the beeping forever. Yeah, just put it in there because it's that little latch at the back. It always does that. Did you just get it? It's in you.
About a year ago, but I never used it.
This should last a whole day on one charge, easy.
The other one started playing up, so I thought, okay, fine.
That's the other one. The battery goes really fast, really fast. Yeah, it's heavier, but definitely better power-wise.
First day I used it for a day, gave me back it.
The problem you've got there is that sometimes, because that little latch decides to move itself, it will start doing the beeping thing in the middle of your video, and it ruins the video. That's why I physically basically broke it to fix it. And it worked. Oh, of course, he's slathered all over his arm. Oh, he's a nipper. Look, same slather. Look at this. Is what called the gimbal? I've never ever connected it. I've never connected it. Nope. I never use any of the controls on it. I just use it on the phone. It's easier. Oh, well done. Bro was super nervous, in fact. Got over it, got a picture. MS13 in the house, guys. Fresh in. Up next, bro. There we go. Obviously now the Blues are leaving. I'm not going to run through, folks. But yeah, they're heading out. So the Blues are going to the parade ground. It's actually good because everyone else is running into the yard. I'm not even going to bother going to the back. It wouldn't surprise me at all if the Blues have a bit of an issue with the horses, but I think we got enough drama and enough issue with things going awry this morning. We don't need any more of that, regardless. Interesting as it was, that was more than enough.
Oh, you've got moved, man. Go away.
Right, come then, let's go.
Well, the tourists told you to move out the way.
No, that lady there.
She's actually told you to move. You should have just said so and get lost. It's not her decision on how long you take or what you do, is it? I mean, literally. Sorry that happened to you. Take it easy, girls, yeah? Hey, alright? Way too many idiots.
I must say I watch your stuff all the time.
You're being too nice to me, I tell you, chap. What's your name? To me, John. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Interesting morning. You see the news, what happened with the 5 of the horses escaped and ran away. Yeah, wait. Really crazy.
No,
I got everything. Yeah. 1 second. It's probably still the headline of the day. Look. Folks, they've updated the story. Now 4 people are in hospital from the rampage this morning. Crazy. No shot. Crazy, no?
take it. I'm scared.
What a day. So let's go back. Let's go home, sleep. It's enough already. Wow. Okay, folks. Right. Let's see who we've got here. Is it Radford? Massive respect to the chap who's filming here. That said he watches my stuff all the time. Thank you. Pleasure to meet you. Okay, so she's enjoying a little bit of a stroke. It's not Radford. It is. Hold on a second. No, nowhere near stocky enough to be Radford. A beauty with 4 socks, but Let's have a peek. Let's see who it is. Other one will not be named, folks, by anyone else unless they're in the stables because you can't see the number. Oh, horse wants their bag. That's a group of girls that were told by the tourist to get lost. I said, those to the arrogant tourist. I didn't hear that or see that, folks, otherwise I would have obviously said something, but definitely can't have some grumpy tourist complaining at a group of girls that were not doing anything wrong. Okay, so this horse is... Wait 1 second. Oh, it is the one that we were not sure about. It was the one that we were thinking was Vanquish. It's not Vanquish, although it looks very much like Vanquish. It's the other V. So thank you. A V-Light, folks. V-Light back in the house. 100%. Now, you don't recognise that somewhat crooked blaze, but confirmed by the hoof number as being V-Light. Thank you. People graciously ducking under my camera, which is nice. Oh, hold on a second. Bro's got a household cavalry top. Wait, I need to ask him. 1 second.
3 4 Yes. Thank you.
Hey, sorry, can I ask you something? The household cavalry top, is this, they sell this in London?
Inside.
It's from the museum?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. The colour's amazing. Really, really nice. Enjoy it. Have a good day. Wow, I had no idea they sold HCAV sweatshirts. I'm not going to get one, guys. I mean, I'd love to wear one. I love the colour. That's what made me think, wow, look at that. But it beautifully embroidered. Beautifully embroidered. That logo, the HCAV logo on his top was not printed. It was embroidered. It was super quality. I must go and check at some point how much that is. I might get one just to lounge around at home. There's no way I'm going to be wearing it out and about filming here. No chance. Because I did for a second actually think that Bro was HCAV off duty. There's a troop has got 4 fingers on those reins today. I think they've decided, you know what, after what we've seen, last hour or so. Even more extraordinary is the fact they even found the time to hang the signs. Because we know sometimes on busy days when everything is chaotic, the signs never make it to the wall. So let's concentrate on spectacular V-Light. Notice he just shakes his head and tourists move away. For ID purposes, guys, just so that we'll know in future, it's that front left sock that is the real giveaway, to be honest. Not to mention, it looks like it's the callus, isn't it? On the inner leg. Okay, those are distinguishing enough. Plus, of course, that slightly broken blaze. I haven't actually compared Vanquish and V-Light with direct blaze images. But instinctively, they look very much alike, just like the late beloved Indigo, sadly no longer with us, folks, who passed some months ago. Most of you know about that, but if anyone doesn't, yeah, Indigo is horsey heaven. Healthy numbers this morning. People are being respectful. They're walking up, they're not pushing in, they're taking their time, they're not getting too close. Wait, he says as the tourist falls into the box.
Come in. Yeah. Come in here.
You don't want one?
Some tourists spotting that glorious view from the back of the box. Although the view from the back of the box is actually better on the other side. The other box has a better view across Whitehall than the one this end. Part 2, there will be a part 2, folks. It feels like it just arrived. Part 2 will concentrate on which horses we have after this. Hold on, I've just heard somebody shouting, which means it's highly likely we're having some movement, I would have thought. Unless it was a tourist that was shouting. 1 second. sure actually. I'm not sure who was shouting or what they were shouting about. And note, folks, that we still don't have a chitsman or a gatesman. No lifeguard chitsman, no lifeguard gatesman. Interesting enough as well, the chains are down. All of the chains are down, folks. This end, chain still down. Centre chain is still down. The shouting came from within the stables. I don't know what is going on this morning. However, interestingly, folks, of course I won't dream of going too close, but this is the first time I've actually gotten this close from this side to this archway. Never really had a very, very good look at this archway. I'd never even noticed a wooden bench. Weird as that might sound. Plank, bench. And that, everybody, is that fabled entrance. The entrance to the cockfighting pits beneath horseguards. Now, a lot of you have asked this, and I've answered it before, but I'll finish part one by explaining the chitsman. The chitsman, folks, who stands on this side, some troopers, even ex-troopers, have messaged me to say, well, when we were serving 20, 30 years ago, we always called him the chicksman, as in, a small chicken, a chicksman. So there's still a bit of confusion about whether or not the original word was chicks, and then it changes to chits, or it just sort of, over time, language evolves. But the cockfighting pits beneath here, beneath the yard, where we're looking now, okay, massive cockfighting pits, obviously no longer used. There's no cockfighting. I mean, cockfighting, as far as I'm actually aware, is illegal in London. It has been for probably much of the last century, if not longer. But yes, he would originally guard that entrance to the chits. Okay, the pits that were below, underneath horseguards. As I mentioned about the chains, folks, they're going back up. The trooper's going to pop up the chains. And at the other end. Interesting to see the chains going up, but no gatesman or shitsman this morning. Perfect time to end it. So yeah, that's a chitsman or chicksman, folks, guarding what was originally the entrance, those big black doors in the centre of the frame, to the subterranean cockfighting pits beneath the tilt yard, which is the official name for the yard here at Horseguards. We'll be back shortly, folks, in part 2. Bye for now.